everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today, you guys. Today we're gonna make a couple cards. I'm gonna make two. I'm gonna use this stamp set right here. This is from the brand new holiday catalog. And then also this one. All of this product is from the new holiday catalog. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I want to say right away, I'm sorry for my weird nails. I'm right in between nail appointments, so it's kind of a little bit funky, but we're just going to get through it because I wanted to get a card up for you guys today. So we're going to use these two cards, and today is the day that I have a new host code set up. And that also means a new giveaway for you guys, a new customer appreciation giveaway. So let me share with you guys what that is going to be this month. Are you guys ready for the giveaway? If I could do a drum roll, I totally would. But this month's customer appreciation gift is going to be this stamp set. So this is the host stamp set, and it's Feathery Friends. It's super cute. I love it. We're going to be doing some things with this month. I'm going to be sharing with you guys. When you order $50 or more from me, you use the host code and you get this sent to you for free as a little thank you. So I wanted to share that with you guys right away. All the information for the new host code is in the YouTube description below and on my website. So now let's get into creating. So I have a couple different colors here, and we're going to use all of these pumpkins up here. So this is Pumpkin Pie, Cajun Craze, and Crushed Curry, which are great fall colors. You guys, I'm itching to get into fall. Like, I'm just ready for it to happen. I'm ready for it to be a little bit cooler. It's been cooling down here, but I'm ready for it to be a little bit cooler. And I'm just ready, right? So you guys know me. I love fall. I don't like summer. Let's just move past summer and get on with it, right? So all of these pumpkins I'm going to use, and I'm also going to use the coordinating dies, and they're right here on the side here. So let's do some stamping. So unfortunately, my Cajun Craze ink pad is dry, and it's the one re-inker that apparently I don't have, which, can you guys believe that? Like, I went to re-ink it, and I was like, what is the deal? Like, how do I not have this re-inker? So I'm throwing that on my next order, and so you'll have to excuse the fact that this Cajun Craze pumpkin is a little bit lighter in color. If I was a better video maker or demonstrator, I would dig out my Cajun Craze marker. But you guys, I'm so, like, I have all this stuff out, and I really want to make sure that I get this video up for you guys in time. So we're just going to wing it today, and it'll be okay. So I'm just lining up these pumpkins. And you can see I put my sticker on wrong. So that happens. I will fix that, but I had just put the stamp set together and when I realized it. So that's okay. So we're gonna need 3 of these pumpkins. And then we're just gonna line these dies up. And the great thing is that there's one for each of these pumpkins, so they can all go through the big shot at the same time. All right, so these are all ran through my die cut machine. And we'll pop these out. So let's start with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. We're gonna grab Early Espresso, and we're gonna put that on top, and it's the same measurements as the card. This way, when you open it up, it's not a dark cardstock. It's fine if that's, you know, if you wanna write on the dark cardstock, that's fine. Then I have some of this designer paper, and this is from the holiday catalog as well. If you're a current customer, I am super sorry. My catalogs are going out this week. I sort of was like, I guess, forgot to send them out. I was just like not thinking that it was becoming, you know, the catalog was going to be live so soon. And I just honestly forgot to send them out. So they're all going out this week. So we're going to use some Early Espresso, and then I'm using a sentiment, which doesn't have a sticker on it yet, from this stamp set, and it's Thinking of You. We'll use Early Espresso, and I'm just going to stick this. It's not quite in the middle because we're going to do a flag on the end of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim this. So we'll just do a little flag. I'm doing right in the middle. I'm going to snip it, and then from each corner to the middle. And then I have a piece of Crushed Curry. Now this piece was left from another project. So you guys know I'm really big about using whatever is on my desk. And I had this piece you'll see here. I had a bunch of this laying on my desk and I thought I need to use that. So, okay, so here is the front of our card. And the way this is going to look is we're going to stick this down here and then this is going to layer over it. So right away, I can go ahead and just place this on here, and it doesn't have to be terribly precise. I kind of smeared my ink, my early espresso ink. On that Whisper White paper, it is a little bit slick, and if you're not careful, that can happen. So what I'm going to do is lay that down, and we'll put some adhesive, and then I'll see if I can fix that. All of it is not exactly coming off, and I probably maybe made it worse. I maybe smeared it worse, but let's go ahead and put this together, and then I'll show you another sample where it looks a little bit better. So what we can do now is just stack our pumpkins here, and of course we have to use some. So those are stacked together like that, and then the very last thing that you can do to add a little bit of interest or some fun is I have these sequins, and you can even use that. Sometimes I use that to cover up little ink mistakes, like right here. Like, let's use one right there, and we'll grab this copper one and we'll put it right here. Everything is fixable, right? That's what I always say. That's what we say in our house. Everything is fixable. So we can put one there, and then I have one more left, and it will look great right here. So I used a dark brown and then a copper color, and then I might even move this one maybe right here. And then, well, I wish I had one more, but I have this flower that might look good right here. So I might do that. So you'll just want to adhere all of that together. That just happened to be laying on my desk. I'm not sure it looks exactly perfect, but we might go with that. So let's jump into our second card. So I'll adhere this down and I'll show you at the very end how everything looks. But let's jump into our second card, and I have everything die cut for this one and everything ready to go. So we're using that same designer paper, and this one is going to be much easier. Like, there's not as much stamping, there's not as much die cutting, and that is because I wanted a simple version of using this stamp set and die. So let's put some adhesive down, and this designer piece stretches the whole card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, and then what I have left over from a project a couple weeks ago is this craft cardstock. And so we're going to do our stamping on this, and we're going to again take early espresso and that same sentiment. So you're taking a lot of the same elements, and then I'm just going to do a very simple card. Almost a one layer. So we'll put this sort of at the top, and I'm hoping that it's going to be straight since I don't want to put my head in the camera. This is something that a Misty would be great for. You can see that my stamping is a little bit lighter, and it would be great to go ahead and go back in and stamp that again and darken it up. But it doesn't, I mean, it's not horrible this way, right? And it is a little bit off. I can see that I was a little bit crooked. So then the next thing I did is I took this other pumpkin die and I cut this out. And this is in Cajun Craze. So it coordinates with that paper, and I love this pumpkin. I think it would be great cut in white, like a white pumpkin. Fall stuff and pumpkin stuff really helps me feel inspired. And you guys, I have been, like, my creative mojo has, like, taken a dive. Like, it's just out of the room. Like, it left the craft room. And I've been struggling to kind of get that back. And definitely these fall colors and fall, like the pumpkins and all of that, it's super easy to stamp, and pumpkins are super easy to color. I feel like there's a lot of inspiration around this time of year that's coming up. So I feel like it's easier to, like, I'm trying to get that creative mojo back. And I started with these 2 cards. They might not be perfect, but sometimes you just got to dive in and get that paper and ink together, and then things will start to work again. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and trim this. I just did a simple bow, just like I normally do, tied that twine around the bottom of this. And then what we're going to do is bring our card back over. And what I want to do is stick this in the middle. And you could totally pop this part up if you wanted. I'm not going to, because this video is already going to be super long doing 2 cards. And I've chatted quite a bit. So I'm just going to use my ATG gun. I'm using this because it's an aggressive adhesive. And it will hold down this craft cardstock that kind of tends to curl. So let's try to get this straight. And let's try to be on camera when I'm talking to you guys. I took a 1/2 inch off of this craft piece so that more of this designer paper would show. So the next thing we're going to do is add this pumpkin right here. I'm going to do that with my fine tip glue pen. And this just has regular mono adhesive, so it has the very strong adhesive. It's just in a fine tip container, and that is why you see that designer paper on my container. It's because that's just how I know the difference of what is what in my adhesive drawer. Just a little bit on this pumpkin, and then we'll place that down. This glue will dry clear, so in case any of it seeps out, we'll be okay. Recently, because the death of Princess Diana is coming up, the anniversary of her death, I've been watching all of these documentaries. I'm really fascinated, I always have been, by Princess Diana and the royal family. And so I've loved watching stuff, and it's what I've been watching when I've been trying to craft. And I'm just trying to get this piece out. I did this little yellow flower, which is why I had the bigger flower too, because I cut both of these out to see which one would look better, and it turns out the smaller one looks better. So I'm wondering what you guys use or what you guys watch when you're crafting. And you know, do you sit and watch something? One of my favorite things to watch is Alias. I watched that years ago when it was on TV, and I think I've mentioned before that it's one of my favorite things to watch when I'm crafting, because it's one of my favorite shows, and I love Jennifer Garner. So I'm wondering if you guys have any recommendations, because I am running out of things to watch, and the kids are back in school, and I'm definitely crafting more and in my office more, and I'm in need of something to watch. So as always, I'll just add a little rhinestone right into the middle of that flower, and that's the second card. So let me show you. I have a couple of these done already that I was playing around with, and I'll show you. On this one, I made the mistake of the designer paper going the wrong way. Like with this one that I just did with you guys, the designer paper is going in the right direction, and then this one, it's kind of on its side. I don't know that that looks horrible, but I definitely think it looks better with it going on the side. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys like that yellow flower on there? I feel like it needs a little bit of ink and maybe a rhinestone in the middle. I'll glue that down, and it'll look better. And then there's these two, which are the same. I didn't change anything up when I created the second one for you guys. But I'm loving that. I'm loving the colors, and I'm loving pumpkins, and I'm starting to feel inspired again, you guys. So hopefully that spark of creativity will come back. I will be back tomorrow to share my paper pumpkin kit for this month with you guys. That's happening tomorrow. And then make sure you guys know the new host code is in the bottom. Order $50 or more and get this really fun stamp set from me. I'll send it out to you guys. It's my customer thank you for this month. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm looking forward to creating with you all this week, and I will chat with you later.